Oh hey guys, welcome. Man is out here. It's me, OXSN, remember me? The fucking spiritual psychosis YouTuber, you know, the psychedelic abuser. I mean, it's probably not good to just start the video like that. Well, look, I think of like, because I look at my channel kind of now and I'm like, I feel the kind of my feet to the flames of like the reputation thing. Because anyone can search my real name, which is Baron Davidson, like when I go for new jobs and shit. And like they so they so quickly find out my channel, and then obviously like without the context, if you get it, like obviously if you say listen, you'll understand more if you're obviously interested in spirituality. There's no doubt in my mind, yeah, obviously there is a lot of potential for delusion with psychedelics and spirituality in general, but there's no doubt in my mind that like spiritual awakening and like this crazy kind of growth that for lack of a better term, it's very spiritual. And I want to talk about spirituality in a minute here, with just the mundane day to day in a second. That's kind of what I wanted to speak about. But yeah, so like spiritual awakening is no doubt like a real thing, and mystical experience on psychedelics, like, and it really opens the door, like when you see that sort of stuff. Like for example, I was just listening to a song by Mr. Traumatic called Psychedelic Ascension. I'll link it in the description. Fucking have a listen to that, because it's quite an interesting tune. And someone commented, there's no doubt, I was just reading it just now, there's no doubt Mr. Traumatic isn't on another level. DMT will do that to you. It takes you to the other side. He's seen the other side. And look, I know a lot of my videos, I've been reflecting on my past videos. I've been talking about this shit now for like a year and a half, so I feel like I've evolved like my way of looking at things so much. Like I've taken a break from YouTube now. I've a lot changed in my life. I won't go into the details, but like there's just been many noticeable shifts, and I made videos about a few of them, and it's been non-stop for the past few months. It's like everything's changing again. But look, so I know I said some like crazy shit in the past, like obviously I was abusing psychedelics and they do that to you, so we'll see how I go in the future. I think I'm a lot more grounded now than I am before, and I ain't gonna be saying so much outlandish shit. Like I was in like Connor Murphy, Leo Gura mode. But yeah, if you haven't like experienced it, like it's really, because it can really, like Ram Dass says, it really takes over your life. And I remember like when I was 17, I started thinking like, I keep thinking about all the spiritual stuff and the mushrooms and that, and I was like, when did this actually begin? Because it's like you just get completely absorbed in it, maybe. Like spirit, like if you take awakening seriously. Well, like if I'm gonna say right, awakening is an actual thing, right? What is awakening? Quick time. Like how can I say right, spiritual awakening is a legitimate thing, right? If what am I actually talking about? Alright, this actually links in. I didn't actually anticipate that it would, but this links into what the video is going to be about mainly. And that is going to, the topic I'm going to be speaking about, yeah, is mundane life. Alright, so let's look at mundane life, shall we? So, my friend, yeah, he went off the deep end with spirituality. He actually committed suicide, and I believe it was on a mushroom trip. And I'll make a more in-depth video about that in the future, maybe. But, he was having what he deemed like an awakening, and I was in like some proper, like if you check back, just like I was saying a minute ago, like I was fucked up big time and it was also awakening. It like a lot of, like this guy who comments on my videos a lot, G Block, he said like, oh, sometimes awakening makes you poor, and I'm like, why is that? Like, and a lot of people say, like Leo Gura says, like, what if you have to lose your mind and that before you can like see the truth? And I know that sounds kind of weird, but like Connor Murphy's life disappeared when he had a quote-unquote awakening. Like everything fell apart on the outside. But anyway, yeah, my friend, what I was going to say, he said before he fucking completely lost the plot and took his life, well, I don't know the full details, right, but it's spiritual. I believe that the conclusion that me and some people have, like, we don't actually really know at all, because we don't have much insight on like the actual reasoning. but it was obviously very intentional. But it wasn't like voiced to anyone. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But what I'm saying is, he said before he killed himself, RIP. Obviously, I'd never advocate that. It's a bit of a madness, but I ain't here to fucking mourn to you guys and vent about this. All I wanted to say is that before he took his life, he said, there's literally a fucking massive ball of fire that just gives energy to everything, right? And he was very spiritual towards the end, doing a lot of breath work, yoga, sorted his diet out, mushrooms, meditation, cold showers, personal development, jiu-jitsu. He was a mad guy. He was doing really, really well. So it's not like he took his life like, oh, this place is shit, like, fuck this. Like, he was actually doing so good. So it's a big shame in a lot of ways, of course. But yeah, anyway, what he was saying, sorry for dragging on, is just that. So there's a fucking ball of energy in the fucking sky, and that is one aspect of, that's not the only thing I'm talking about, right? Just see if you can, what I'm talking about a lot, and someone commented, like, I put on TikTok, I was like filming some like nature-ish, and I was like, if you can't see like how like beautiful, complex, and just like awe-inspiring kind of like the whole landscape is, I was like, if you can't see like the magic of everything, then you're blind. This is what I sounded like as well when I was still like on my older videos. I was like, I literally live in pure magic. That was because I was just abusing psychedelics and cannabis, of course. No tobacco though. That's shit, bruv. Excuse my nails, bro. I've been at work. Right. So just like, it's just basically, you either see it or you don't. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Maybe it's a psychedelic thing. If it's HPPD, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's literally like the best thing ever. Like, so looking at nature a lot, or just residing in the Tao, like, or the Tao Te Ching kind of thing, or Eckhart Tolle's teachings, you see it a lot more. Everything, like even estates and trees and anything, just looks so good a lot of the time. And I think it is correlated kind of with awakening. So what is spiritual awakening? That's what I said I was going to answer in a minute ago or something. It's basically just that. You start to like realize this. Ryan Saunders said that it's coming to terms with what actually is, and it's you kind of, for me, is everything seems quite very abstract, and that's also something psychedelics do, where it's just like you see the jeweled multiplicity of and the intelligence of everything, like all the different animals, how that we literally like reside in the center of infinity. And there's consciousness, there's all different insects and bugs and foods and vehicles and roads and people and experiences and drugs and weird, and it's like, what the fuck is even going on, man? Like, there's so many like different dualities and like shit, and like there's so many different, like, it's so intelligent and nuanced and like and complex, the ways that it can protect, the way that the reality can present itself. And you like even just a humans, and you just look at like an animal or a building and shit, and you're like, and you're just in awe. It's a lot of it is visual field kind of shit, but I think that really, yeah, it began for me after the psychedelics. But alright, I'm gonna run out of storage because I'm shit. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's just, you can just look at nature and the world, and it just blows your fucking mind. And you just really see things like from like another level. It kind of feels like you really like soak in life more after awakening, I think. But yeah, hopefully that video made sense. I'm running out of storage, so I gotta fucking go, bro.